Welcome to Build Your Maverick Business, the podcast for underdog, outlier, and renegade entrepreneurs. Brought to you by Strange Creative Studio. If you dream of going off on your own and launching your rebel empire, but don't know where to start, you're in the right place. We'll teach you how to use mindset, branding, and practical advice to build a killer business and transform your world. And now, here's your host, founder of Strange, Alex Pitt.
All right, you lot. Happy bloody New Year. Oh, I've missed you all. It's been a while. Welcome back. Welcome back to Build Your Maverick Business. I hope everyone has had a lovely Christmas break. I hope you've all eaten your weight in snack foods, drank all the Prosecco. That was the most basic thing I've said this year so far. I'm back for my first day today. First day back in the office. And it's also my sort of like first day of New Year's resolutions and all that. So me, like many, many other people, I'm sure, one of my New Year's resolutions is to lose a bit of the holiday weight that I've put on in the last few weeks. Because I'll be honest, I did Christmas right. we did a lot of socialising in December. It was wonderful. We got to the point where every time we walked into our local, they were already pouring the neck oil, you know. Maybe spent a little bit too much time in there. Ate a lot of food, had a wonderful, wonderful time, didn't really move very much. So this morning, the inevitable happens. I had to get on the scales. And face my demons and see what the damage was, right? So I've got one of those apps, smart scales that it syncs up to your phone. So I stood on the scales, and I shit you not, I'm not making this up for the sake of a funny weight loss story to begin this podcast. A pop-up came up within this app that said my weight had increased so much since I last weighed myself, I had to press a button to confirm it was actually me. Now, word out to the developers on this app. Turn that fucking feature off in January, you wankers. Honestly. Anyway, my body horror aside. Now, don't get me wrong, weight fluctuates. Let's never be mean to ourselves, guys. That did make me chuckle a little bit, but it's all good fun, right? I like to think of that as happy weight because I had so much fun in December. It was so much fun having a little bit of time off, spending it with my friends, with my family, meeting up with people that I haven't seen in ages. Did Secret Santa with all of my old girlfriends. Yeah, it was fantastic. Don't regret a thing. And yeah. So anyway, talking about December, talking about all the socialising that we did. I think it was so healthy for me in particular to have a little bit of time off from the business, right? To have a bit of time off from speaking to you all, from being in the day-to-day. Because doing that every now and then, it puts things in perspective, right? You just get a little bit of like a reconnect with why you're doing this and what it is you love so much about it. You realise what you miss. Now, there was one situation over that Christmas period, it really got me in the feels in that way, you know? It kind of reconnected me with what it is that I love about Strange, what it is that I love about the work that I do. So we were at a party. Right, we were at a party it was New Year's actually, it was New Year's party. And I was speaking to a lovely few people, some new faces, some people that I've known for a good while, chatting away, having a great time. And with some of the people that I either haven't seen in a while or some of the new faces, we get into the whole, what do you do combo? The short answer to that question is I run a creative branding agency. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of people glaze over when they hear that. Because either they don't really know what that is, not everyone does, you don't have to, or they don't really give a shit, you know. Now, I try and avoid giving that as my answer. The longer answer, the more interesting one, is the kind of why behind Strange. And it's what I talk about in the very first episode of this podcast, The Strange Story and the Power of an Authentic Brand. If you haven't heard that, if you don't know The Strange Story, go back and listen to that first episode, please. But the long and short of it is I'd always felt like a weirdo, an outsider, and I realised what a superpower that was. It wasn't a bad thing, it wasn't to be hidden away from, and I wanted to help people to embrace the strange side of themselves. Right, that's very much the strange why. And like I say, it was nice to reconnect with that a little bit as I started to talk about my business without really being in it so much. Now, going back to this party, and I was chatting away, like I say, I got chatting to one friend in particular who knows what I do, he knows what Strange is, and he asked how it was all going. Now, I said, very well, thanks. I talked him through all the lovely wins we had in 2022. And he was asking me questions about the kind of clients we work with. And I explained to him my kind of ethos behind the kind of people that I really want to help, the people that are like my ideal clients and the kind of work that I really, really want to do, that I want to do more of this year. Now, you may have heard me say this before, but I don't want to help very rich people get richer. That's not what I'm all about. I talk a lot about the underdogs of business, right? Those who don't necessarily have the tools to get their business off the ground, but they are ambitious. They're compassionate. They are valuable human beings who have so much to give. They are absolute champions. And if only they had more power, they would make the world a better place. If only they had access to the right information and a bit of a loving kick up the arse. Now, slight segue, but I posted a meme on Instagram recently, which I'm going to read to you now because I howled when I read this. Oh my fucking God, every now and then one of these entrepreneurial memes really gets me. But this meme was about the ongoing, let's call it a situation at Twitter HQ. We all know what's going on there. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to fucking touch that. But in regards to this situation, this meme read, I can't believe my stupid ass has imposter syndrome while Elon Musk is confidently marching around Twitter and chewing on wires until something breaks. I mean, what a visual. He's an odd man, isn't he? Anyway, like I say, I'm not fucking touching that whole Musk Twitter trash fire of a situation in any detail. That's where I will end that. But I am getting to my point, I swear. I do believe, truth time, I do believe that there are a certain demographic of people who dominate the entrepreneurial world, right? Who dominate this kind of world. And I don't confidently believe, I say confidently, I don't believe in the fucking slightest that there is a comforting majority of those people who have the best interests of humanity at heart. Okay, I don't believe that the people with all of the power care enough about the 99%. So coming back to my own kind of, I'm not talking necessarily about the Strange why now. I'm not talking about the creative branding agency why and why I'm working through this medium and why I'm doing that work. More for my own personal mission, right? My own need to be on this earth. As difficult as it sometimes is to accept, wealth is power. Right, the wealthiest people in the world have the most pull. Now, to quote old Spider-Man, if you're into Marvel movies, with great power comes great responsibility. Running a successful business is a path to being able to impact change. You can donate to the right causes, you can have more of a say in the way things are done. The more people that are in these positions of power who actually genuinely give a shit, who are compassionate, and who care about their fellow human, That's how we get to a better fucking world. Look at me, day one of the year, and I'm getting all empowering on you. So as short as sweet as this episode is going to be, the reason that I want those underdogs to win in business is because I genuinely believe that it will tip the scales on how kind and compassionate the people at the top will be. And we fucking need that. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. The world needs you to succeed. I need you to succeed. So come on now, loves. It's a brand new year. Let's fucking have it. I'm so excited about some of the shit I've got in store for you this year. But for now, take that nugget of inspiration. This needs to happen because you can be the change. All right, you lot. We're back at it. I'll see you here next week.
Got an idea for a maverick business of your own? Learn how to build a powerful brand that will get people obsessed with our online program, not just a pretty logo. You'll learn a simple step-by-step framework that will kickstart your killer brand and help you find your raving fan base. Find out more today at strangecreativestudio.com.